This is Grunt to Groan, sales lessons learned from professional wrestling. Coming to you from the fabulous Delaware Wrestling Thunderdome, I'm your host, Benjamin Burrows.
I am one voice that stands alone. I am one choice to man the throne. Stand guard and take shots, give it all I got. All I got is this microphone. I
Reach for the sky, boy.
Hey, everybody, this is Billy Gunn.
Hi, this is Glasgow, Delaware Kit Kat.
Hey, it's me, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
This is the Birdman Coco Beware.
Hey, this is Leo Rush.
In Macho Madness, yeah. Growing, and more seductive than sex.
To me, they are the greatest tag team in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks.
Hey, this is the NWA World's Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, the National Treasure, Nick Holden.
Woo! It's the Nature Boy. Woo!
While you may see me out there shaking my ass, you can guarantee on May 25th, I'll be kicking it too.
This is Tito Santana, WWE Hall of Famer.
Hey, what's up? It's Tony Schiavone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one of the founding fathers of All In, the executive vice president of All Elite, Cody!
And what you gonna do when Hulkamania and the largest arms in the world destroy you?
Beardville and Johnny Malloy here, and I never listen to Grunt to Groan with Benjamin Burrows.
I want to thank Johnny Malloy for that, the beard villain. One of my favorite wrestlers. He is a bad dude. He is bad to the bone. Yeah, this is Grunt to Groan, sales lessons learned from professional wrestling. I'm your host, Benjamin Burrows.
know on the day I was born.
And we are coming to you from the Delaware Wrestling Thunderdome. It is a great day to be out selling your products and selling your services, for you are the great American thunder on which this nation rolls, because nothing happens, and I mean nothing happens, until something is sold. I want to thank the Sons of Thunder and Sonny Thunder for hosting us here at the Delaware Wrestling Thunderdome. Want to thank Dave the Ray, our producer, and want to thank our staff here at Grunt to Groan for this episode number 43. We never thought we'd make it here to episode number 43. Now, we took some time off over the summer. Everybody wanted to relax a little bit. They wanted to enjoy a vacation, the beach, and that type of thing. And the slave driver that I am, I told him, okay, go ahead. I won't crack the whip. I won't, be the mean guy. Go ahead and take some time off. We'll regroup, and we'll come back at it like a bomb in September. So here we are, our 43rd episode of Grunt to Groan, Sales Lessons Learned from Professional Wrestling. Thank you for listening to our podcast. If you'd like to communicate with us, it's real simple. Email me at greatamericanthunder@gmail.com. That's greatamericanthunder@gmail.com. If you would like to advertise, you can hit us up at greatamericanthunder@gmail.com. That's greatamericanthunder@gmail.com. Now, before we jump into the meat of the podcast, I want to send some congrats out to some local wrestlers who I actually mentioned in the book, Grunt to Groan, Sales Lessons Learned from Professional Wrestling. A book, by the way, you can pick up at Amazon.com or BarnesandNobles.com or Walmart.com. Pick it up. It's a great read. If you love sales and you like professional wrestling, pick it up. Grunt to Groan, Sales Lessons Learned from Professional Wrestling. But I want to send a big congrats out to a couple wrestlers I mentioned in the book as up-and-comers, as wrestlers you should keep an eye on. And I like to think I have a talent for knowing, what's next and what's the next hot thing and all that. And actually, I don't. My wife reminds me all the time that I don't. But for these wrestlers, who I mentioned in the book, Grunt to Groan, Sales Lessons Learned from Professional Wrestling, they are on their way to being superstars in the industry of professional wrestling. They actually were ranked in Pro Wrestling Illustrated's top 500. That is like a wrestler's dream. That is one of those goals, is to be ranked in the PWI top 500. So congratulations to Casey Navarro. Congratulations to Corey Storm. And congratulations to Jordan Oliver Jr. for all being ranked in the PWI top 500. You can pick that magazine up. Pick it up. It's pretty cool because it talks a lot about wrestling, and you can get a real good idea. And, yeah, I know, you wrestling heads out there, you're already picking it up. You already know about it. You've already subscribed and got your digital copy, and you're just waiting for your physical copy to either come in the mail or go pick it up at Barnes & Noble's. But congratulations to those three young men. Also, I want to say congratulations to Ty Hastings, a.k.a. Ty Awesome. Now, last night on Monday Night Raw, the WWE, Tyler Hastings was in a tag team match against the Viking Raiders. The Viking Raiders. I think Princess Leia could wrestle for the Viking Raiders. You know, when she goes, "Hi, this is Princess Leia. I'm pissed off and you're listening." But Tyler Hastings was in a tag team match last night on Monday Night Raw against the Viking Raiders in the WWE. Congratulations. And from the WWE, I picked this up on YouTube. So from the WWE, here's the call of what happened to young Mr. Tyler Hastings.
What's this kid's name?
Tyler Hastings.
Well, he's two of them now. He's broken in half.
Gonna rock this town tonight. Hastings and Thomas. Oh, the Viking Raiders!
Noodle arms everywhere.
And now things are just about to get worse. Mr. Hastings is in for an experience. A Viking experience! God almighty!
Oh my God! I can't believe the height that man just reached.
Here are your winners, the Viking Raiders.
So congratulations to Tyler Hastings last night on Monday Night Raw. And that call from the WWE is pretty amazing if you watch the match, because they literally picked up Tyler Hastings and threw him 7 feet in the air and then caught him and slammed him to the mat. I don't know how Tyler Hastings survived that move. It was incredible. And when you watch the video, and you can look it up on YouTube, watch it. If you don't have an appreciation for the athleticism of these professional wrestlers, then you're just crazy. I'm just going to say it right from the get-go. You're just crazy. But Tyler Hastings, congratulations, the WWE, the big time. Also want to send congratulations out to Marco Stunt. We've been following Marco for quite some time. He signed a contract with All Elite Wrestling. He was on their pay-per-view over this past weekend, and you'll see him on TV as AEW starts broadcasting in October on TNT, the network of TNT. We're going to see some wrestling rivalries going on here. And again, you know, I'm a professional wrestling purist. I remember when there were territories, and man, you had the Mid-South, and you had, you know, wrestling in North Carolina, and the NWA, and the WWF, and you had, you know, AWA, you had Global, Universal, you had all these different federations. Wrestling was cool, and wrestlers would move from one place to the other. And it just was incredible. And I see us moving back to that, because we've got Ring of Honor now. We've got Impact Wrestling. We have AEW. The WWE has Monday Night Raw and SmackDown on Tuesday night. And have New Japan and IGWP, and we have all kinds of wrestling promotions out there. Locally here, it's great. This Saturday night, I'm going to go see Tyler Hastings, at a 1CW event. That'll be at the Houston Fire Hall in Houston, Delaware. If you get a chance and you're local, go check out these local wrestlers. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, Sonny Kiss, here, this dude, he's with AEW. Killian McMurphy making great strides. Jimmy Flame making great strides. So keep your eyes on these guys. And by watching professional wrestling, you can start to understand, and I talk about sales professionals all the time, the important thing is to brand you, is to make you the most important brand. And you have to do that within a team concept because you can't do it alone. And if you want a model to follow these guys on professional wrestling. They have to brand themselves. They have to sell merchandise. They have to perform. They have to close. They have to do everything that we do as sales professionals. And they have to brand themselves within the structure of a team. And as sales professionals, we can learn from that. Now, I want to send congratulations out. One more. And this is where we jump into the meat of this Grunt to Groan podcast. I want to send congratulations out to my good friends, the Briscoe brothers, who won their 11th Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship.
Reach for the sky, boy.
That's right. 11 times they've been World Tag Team Champions for Ring of Honor. They're 12-time Tag Team Champions, World Tag Team Champions. I was listening to Dave LaGreca and Bully Ray on Sirius XM's Busted Open, and Bully Ray said that the Briscoe brothers could be considered the greatest tag team of their generation. That is quite a compliment. Greatest tag team of their generation.
Reach for the sky, boy.
And the Briscoe brothers are a model that we as sales professionals can follow. They're a model of being in the right place at the right time and capitalizing on that. They are a model of consistency, and they are a model of loyalty.
Reach for the sky, boy.
So let's address being at the right place at the right time. We know as sales professionals that timing is everything. And that being in the right place at the right time can change our sales year and can change our sales career. But being at the right place at the right time doesn't mean that it's all luck. There has to be some preparedness for that. It's just not luck. The Briscoe brothers are a great example of that. Now, the Briscoe brothers grew up, according to their Wikipedia page, they grew up outside of Laurel, Delaware. And they now live in Sandy Fork, Delaware. And they both were great football players for Laurel High School. They received honorable mention all-state honors their junior and senior years in football. But what they really, really liked was wrestling. And you see, they started wrestling in the backyard as brothers on a trampoline. They started to prepare for what they loved, even though they were signed to play for Wesley College in Dover, Delaware. And they prepared for football, but they prepared for wrestling. At one point, when I interviewed them, They said that their dad had actually built a wrestling ring for them to practice in. So at a young age, they were preparing to be one of the greatest tag teams in the world. And as Bully Ray said, probably the greatest tag team of their generation. Now, all of this preparation, again, according to their Wikipedia page, some of which is very accurate, and some of which is, the truth is stretched a little. But according to their Wikipedia page, they were standing in line to see an East Coast Wrestling Association show called the Super 8. Now, ECWA has the honor of being the oldest independent professional wrestling association on the East Coast, maybe in the country. And while their mother was waiting to buy tickets in line to see the ECWA Super 8, the promoter of ECWA approached her asking if she had a video of her son's wrestling. Now, the romantic and the glamorous part of all this is that, yes, she produced a tape and boom, they were on their way. But it all didn't happen quite that quickly. They did produce a tape, and they did sign to wrestle for ECWA. They had prepared their whole lives for this. And when they signed, they were still in high school. They had to have their parents sign a waiver for them to wrestle for the ECWA. And they wrestled under a mask for a couple years because they were too young to actually wrestle as professionals. And you could say from this that the rest is history. From ECWA, their career just catapulted to Combat Zone Wrestling, to Jersey All-Pro Wrestling, and then into Ring of Honor. All of this because they were prepared when opportunity knocked on the door. And as sales professionals, we have to ask ourselves, are we preparing ourselves for sales success? Are we training ourselves? Are we learning about our products? Are we educating ourselves on the changing sales environment? Are these things happening? Are you investing in your career? Now, the Briscoe brothers' parents invested in their son's interest. They didn't know that it was going to become a career, but they invested anyway. And as a sales professional, are you preparing yourself? Are you investing in your success and in your career? So that leads to, being at the right place at the right time. And if you go to saleswise.com, there's an article called Sales, Right Time, Right Place, Right Person. And one of the very first points that they bring up is, do you have the time? Do you have the time to prepare to be at the right place at the right time? And if you don't, Start to make time in your schedule to prepare yourself for the opportunity that is going to knock on your door. The other great thing about the Briscoe brothers is that through all the promotions they worked for, they were loyal. And there has been no other wrestlers who are as loyal to Ring of Honor as the Briscoe brothers. They are the only Ring of Honor superstars who was on the roster the very first day and remain on the roster until today. And that loyalty has paid off. They're international professional wrestling superstars. They've had opportunities to wrestle for other promotions, and they turned them down. And when I talked with the Briscoes about that, their loyalty was key. Their loyalty to Ring of Honor was key in staying with Ring of Honor. It also allows them time with their family and time for their other business endeavors. Because Mark and Jay Briscoe are businessmen as well as professional wrestlers. They own and operate a very successful business. And their loyalty to Ring of Honor has at times made them the centerpiece of Ring of Honor. As sales professionals, we can learn from this loyalty. We can learn about being loyal to our customers. A great example, a holiday yesterday. One of my clients called, and I put a quote out yesterday in the midst of picnics and parties and everything that entails my active rock star life. And I didn't win the business. And my first thought was, I took time on a personal holiday and I didn't get awarded the business. I was a little upset. But then I realized after talking to the client today that they appreciate my loyalty to their business, and they assured me that that would never happen again. So, from the blog 5stars.com, an article entitled 5 Ways to Increase Customer Loyalty. There's 5 very simple things that you can do. Number 1, make customer service a priority. Number 2, reward your customers. Even if you take time out of your day to thank them, ask your customers for advice and listen to them. Offer conveniences. And don't just ask for money. Don't just ask for the sale. Ask about your client. Ask how their weekend went. I have several clients who love to camp. So we talk a lot about their camping experience. And then my last point here, using the Briscoe brothers as an example, is consistency. You know, they're not just loyal to Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor has been loyal to the Briscoe brothers. They've harnessed as a team the power of consistency. And if you've ever seen the Briscoe brothers wrestle, whether it's at Madison Square Garden, the Baltimore Arena, the Tokyo Dome, or Citizens Fire Hall in Milford, Delaware, you will see a model of consistency. Whether they're in front of 50,000 people, 30,000 people, 3,000 people, or 100 people, you will see consistency. You will see that intensity. You will see that passion. You will see that desire that drives the Briscoe brothers to being World Tag Team Champions. They are consistent in how they interact with their fans. They are consistent with how they interact with the other wrestlers. They are consistent in their performance. I saw the Briscoe brothers in December at the Citizens Fire Hall in Milford, Delaware. Maybe 100 people in the hall. And the Briscoes brought the same intensity and consistency that I see on YouTube when they're wrestling at Madison Square Garden or at the Baltimore Arena, or when I see them on TV, on Ring of Honor's weekly television program. The benefit of consistency in sales is very simple. We know that consistent sales activities produce consistent sales results. That is from salespop.net, an article entitled Consistency in Sales by Weldon Long. As sales professionals, we owe it to our clients to be consistent. And with that, my friend, I am going to end this episode number 43 of Grunt to Groan, Sales Lessons Learned from Professional Wrestling. If you want to comment, please do. Email me at greatamericanthunder@gmail.com. If you want to advertise, email me at greatamericanthunder@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Real Ben Burrows. You can connect with me on LinkedIn at Benjamin Burrows. You can connect with me on Facebook at Benjamin Burrows. And if you email me, I will respond. I respond to each and every email that's sent to me. I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day for listening to Grunt to Groan, Sales Lessons Learned from Professional Wrestling. You are the Great American Thunder, and I love you. The Great American Thunder on which this nation rolls, because nothing happens until something is sold. So quit listening to me. Get out there and sell something.
I am one voice that stands alone. I am one choice to man the throne. Stand guard and take shots. Give it all I got. All I got is this microphone.